at the Solexx warehouse today, and I'm with Michelle, and you're going to be talking about the material that is what is Solexx greenhouse made out of.
Yeah, this is Solexx here. This is a small sample. And as you can see, it's a double-walled plastic, so it's got these air channels here for insulation, and it diffuses the light very nicely. But this is just a small sample, but it also comes in sheets. They're flat sheets. They're 4 feet by 8 feet and 4 feet by 12 feet. Or we have these rolls here. It's the exact same material, but you can get 4 feet by up to 900 feet in one single cutting.
So you don't have to have just the dimensions that are pre-cut. You can get them cut to a project maybe you have at your house.
Exactly.
And we're going to go see one of those projects right now. Michelle, this is a structure someone called and said, I need that Solexx material.
It is. Actually, this was an employee who had a carport cover, and the canvas had rotted away, and it was destined for the landfill. So they recovered it with Solexx.
And so is there some other kind of retrofitting if we want to do something like that? Do we have to add some extra support?
Well, it depends. Ideally, you want spacing about every 2 feet for the material. This actually is about every 4 feet, and it still does work, but you need to be a little bit inventive and creative, and with most structures, you can make it work.
And I just can't believe, it's not that sunny of a day, but I am really squinting. There is a lot of light in here.
There is. The Solexx material diffuses the light, so very diffuse light. Basically, unlike directional light, diffuse light bends around corners, and that's why it's so bright in here, is because it's reflecting all over, and there aren't any pockets where you get shadow. So it's very even light.
And it's unbelievable. I mean, this geranium is so beautiful. It's probably 4 to 6 weeks ahead of what it would be. I mean, it shouldn't be in full bloom like this. And this tree is in full leaf. So it's just amazing what kind of light that this had all winter time.
Yeah, and it did have a little bit of heat, but very minimal. It was never really much above 40, 45 degrees at most, and so a lot of the winter it had no heat at all. But the Solexx material has quite a bit of insulation, as you saw from the air flutes earlier, and that really makes a huge difference when you want to maintain that heat during the winter.
Well, if you have any other questions, you can go to the website. They have lots of information on there, and go see what kind of greenhouses they have available, or if you want to retrofit something you have at home. Thanks so much.
Thank you.